Sometimes I look back and I wonder, why did it take me so long to have the guts to create content and make videos? And I keep thinking that, especially now that I'm finally developing a sense of confidence in my work. I used to beat myself up for not starting earlier, and that would happen more oftenly. During those days when life felt a little simpler, it would be way easier. I didn't have a full-time job, side gigs, or college deadlines eating up 85% of my week. But ironically, it was only in the middle of all of this chaos that I felt the pull to finally create. And I'm glad I did.
Another beautiful day in New York City, and I'm out here again on my lunch break because that's what I do. I work at the same time I create content, and I try to combine both things. And you know what changed? Perspective. That's what actually changed. I no longer feel behind, and honestly, I love the fact that I have other commitments, like professional commitments, while I create content. Because creating content for YouTube, making videos, isn't my job. It's my outlet. It's a little word I created for myself, the Driggleverse, to, share a version of me out there. And that's why I like it. And that shift has made all the difference in terms of understanding how I want to go with this moving forward. I even made a comment in the community tab here on my channel. If you are not subscribed yet, take this as an opportunity to become a member. I am oftentimes posting on my community tab after I post a video. I will make a comment about the video, I'll share a thought, or share like a strategy that I'm following or something related. So I have this goal now that I want to create 100 videos for this channel, but without the pressure of like, I have to do this like 10 days, in 30 days. No, I will respect my boundaries and my schedule conflicts and my work commitments, and I'll combine both things because I'm not in a rush. I have to make 100 videos in 3 months. And for what reason, right? I can enjoy the creative process while I'm doing it and living through professional assignments and college as well. I would also say that one major advantages of creating content while working full-time and not simply the fact that I'm not relying on it for income. So there's no pressure to perform here. So I get to experiment a lot as well. And that makes me make videos that feel authentic to me and not content shaped by algorithm demands or content stats or strategy stats or engagement stats or any other metrics. So there's this difference that I understood. There's something really special about creating things because you want to, and you want to share something, and you want to put thoughts out there, and you want to be creative rather than creating because you have to follow this specific strategy in order to grow. And that's why there's a lot of copycats here. What am I saying? What am I talking about? I do that too. It's a strategy, it's fine, but at the same time, I just don't want to be stuck at that. I want to be able to create without this pressure. I love that this space here is mine. It's a space that we all created together, and it's something outside of my 9-to-5 and side hustle, something that I can pour myself into, something that I feel it's special to me. Something that reflects my thoughts, my ideas, my perspectives and experiences without compromise. And that's rare, and I'm grateful for that. And I think I wouldn't be able to do that in another moment of my life. Also, to prove that I'm here creating content while working and studying, this morning before I start working, I had to pass by my college because I'm approaching the graduation period, the ceremony, and look what I got. I thought it would be cool to share this with you since you guys have been following this journey as well. So I got my yearbook. So it's super cool. It's hardcover. And then I also got my cap and gown and all the instructions for ceremony that is going to happen on June 4th. And I told you guys if you want to watch it, I'm going to make the link available for that. I just want to show you this photo of mine here. It looks so cute. And to be cheesy, but to be cheesy, I'm very proud of myself. This college, guys, I paid out of pocket. Also, I'm an immigrant, and that means a lot to me because you need to learn a different language to adapt in a different country. And this feels such as a good accomplishment. I'm graduating in multimedia programming and design. And part of what I'm doing here is just putting in practice a lot of the things I learned there. So this is me. I don't want to share my name though, so I'm going to be here just showing this cute guy over here. You see that? This is me, guys. Believe it or not. Well, okay, to work mode. I have to go back from my lunch break, so you guys are going to continue with the videos.
Of course, being a part-time creator isn't all dreamy. The biggest challenge is always time. Between work, college, and side gigs, because yes, New York is expensive as we already know, I don't always have the hours I wish I had to sit, plan, film, and edit. Consistency is hard when your schedule changes week to week.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been pretty rainy in the city recently. And less days. I guess that's what it means to be living in spring. It's not always sunny, right? And, well, as I was saying, that's why I just decided to focus on one platform at a time, and I just chose YouTube instead of spreading myself across multiple platforms, which at times that couldn't be the best strategy, because what you want to do in order to grow as a creator on social media is to build momentum, and you do that by creating content at a quantity level, creating a lot of things and pushing videos out there. And I did that in the moment. This is why I built a little bit of an audience in the beginning, and it slowly fades out once you decrease the frequency of videos. And I've been trying to teach and educate my algorithm to go back on a different pace, and it's slower, guys, but I'm fine with slower for now. Also since I edit my own videos and somehow manage two different channels, I have another channel that is in a different language, for a different audience, for a different format. It's more like vloggy lifestyle, and this one is more like content driven. It's creative. It's something more about my journals, reflections, lessons, creative journey. And so they are different approaches, different audiences, different languages. And it's hard at times, since I manage all of my content and all of my videos, to keep up with both of them at the same time. But I chose to go on this slower pace, slower route, which I also believe is an alternative here on YouTube, because it's believing in the long-term process. And I've been watching a lot of channels of YouTubers that have over 100 videos in their channels, and how they manage to keep up with it, and their lessons, their advices, their tips to keep us small creators on the track and motivated to create. Because I can only say so much about my channel until I have 100 videos out, which is my biggest new goal, is to push 100 videos out discussing all of those topics that I've mentioned before here. And I'm doing that on my own pace now, on my own rhythm, trying to publish a video a week, and it's been working. And I feel like if you are passionate enough about something that you believe on, eventually you'll find a way to make it happen. Again, it's my lunch break, and now I'm gonna walk around the city to get something to drink. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I got a haircut. Look at that. How do you like it? Let me know here in the comments. I opted for a buzz cut mid-high, which is the style they do it here. Now I'm gonna get some coffee so I can get back to work on an extra strength. Going out for a coffee in New York City nowadays, it's so expensive. It feels like you're paying for a full-on meal, but it's just getting like a cup of coffee. So most of the time I just will make coffee at home and I will bring it to work. But today I didn't. So I'm going to this place called Matto, in which they have a very affordable coffee option.
So the question remains the same. Why do I keep doing this even when nobody's watching, or at least not enough to be considered YouTube successful? Well, in my case, I'd say I love it. Because it also reminds me of who I am outside of work, outside of my grades or income. Because it teaches me patience, self-expression, and resilience. Even if my audience is small or non-existent, this journey is still worth it. And if you're out there wondering whether to start, even with all this full plate of your life, maybe this is your sign. You don't have to go full time. You just have to start.
If only I could finish something, run straight through to the end.